Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I am based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, but our clients are all throughout the United States. And that's because if you're wondering how that's possible, because with a lot of areas of law, you have to have your attorney kind of where you're located because they have to be barred in that state or whatnot. But immigration is a federal practice, so that means that your attorney can be located anywhere in the U.S. As long as they're in good standing of their state bar, they can help you. So we have clients all throughout the U.S., literally coast to coast, and everywhere in between. So if you would like to work with us, if you would like to schedule a consultation and you have immigration questions, please feel free to reach out to us for a consultation. That's the first step in working with us. If you haven't already spoken to us, I would say the first step is to give us a call to schedule a consult, and then we can go through your immigration history, your immigration goals, and see what you might qualify for. Okay, so we handle all types of immigration law. We work with family-based cases where family members are sponsoring their spouses or their kids, parents, siblings in some instances. And we also work with business immigration cases where companies are sponsoring H-1Bs or green cards and other things like that. And also independent individual visas like student visas, individuals with extraordinary ability, investment-based visas. So there's a whole gamut that we run in terms of what types of cases we handle. And I would love to help you as long as your issue is immigration. Okay, so call our office. We're located right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, and our clients, are all throughout the U.S. All right, great. So I'm on here to be able to answer your questions, your one-off questions. So we get a lot of times, oh, I just have this one question, I have this one question. So instead of scheduling a consultation, if you just have kind of one question, this is a great forum to kind of put your questions in, and I will do my best to answer them. Just a heads up that, obviously you would need to schedule a consultation to get one-on-one advice. So I have a good opportunity to ask you the questions that I need. But again, I'll just give you a kind of an overview here. And that's not considered, of course, it's not considered legal advice. It's just general information for right now. And it's not confidential because we have lots of people watching. So we're streaming on both Facebook and on TikTok right now. So if you lose me on one platform, please feel free to join me on the other. We our handle on both is at Agarwal Immigration. So it's at Agarwal Immigration. Great. Hi, Sharif. Sharif is joining us on Facebook. His question is, do I have to have text or a call? Go ahead. You can do either. If you want to call us, you can give us a call. Right now, our office is technically closed. Yes, and you can ask questions here, Sharif, too. But if you want to schedule a one-on-one consultation and get legal advice, you'll need to schedule a consult. But I'll answer, whatever I can right here. But usually I have more questions in each person's case. You kind of need to get a little bit in depth. But if you have a general question, I'm happy to answer that here. Again, I'm an immigration attorney, and we practice only U.S. immigration law. All right, so go ahead and put your question in, Sharif, if you want me to answer it on here. We have a number of people here on TikTok as well. Hi, Bagu Pop. Hi, Raveen. Hi, Hira. Hi, Leah. Hi, Devi. Hi, Artie. Hi, Akash. Hi, Safajan. Let's see. Hi, Bhargav. Ooh, Hong is saying, hi, ma'am, what can I do if USCIS approved my case? Well, congratulations. Congratulations. It depends on what type of case it is. So let's say they approved your green card, then you just wait in the mail for the green card to arrive. Usually they will update your case status to say card has been prepared or has been sent to your house. If you don't get it in a couple of weeks, I would call them. They're able to give you a tracking number, and they can check and see where exactly it is. It's very important, everyone. If you have an immigration case, it's very, very important that you update your address. So make sure that if you're here in the U.S. and you're not a citizen, so this is even for green card holders that may be watching, please update your address if you've moved, and you're required to do that within 10 days of moving. So make sure that USCIS has your updated address. You can do that online through Form AR11. You can mail it in or you can submit it online. But it's very important. It's very, very important that you update your address. All right. So Sharif is saying, I have a J1 visa and I'm married to a U.S. citizen and she's abusing me. Can I file for a green card without her help? Yes. So this is a case that we work on pretty often. So you can apply for a green card on your own without your spouse. If you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and you're a victim of abuse, you can certainly apply for a green card on your own without a spouse. So this is a case that we work on very, very often. It's our most common case type right now, and we're helping many clients with it. So essentially, once we file your application, you will get work authorization. So you have a J1 right now, so it'll be completely separate from your wife's. It'll be separate from your J1. So it'll be a green card essentially. If you require a waiver on your J1, we can help you apply for a waiver as well. So most J1s, not all of them, but some of them require you to return to your home country for 2 years. But you may be able to qualify for a J1 waiver and change your status to a green card holder if your spouse is abusing you. And if you're in the situation, you don't know, does it qualify as abuse or not? It's pretty important to note that you don't need physical abuse. You can use emotional abuse, verbal abuse, psychological abuse to show that you are a victim. So physical abuse is not always required. So it's just something to keep in mind if you think that you might qualify. If you're in a bad marriage, if you're in a difficult marriage, you may be eligible for a green card without your spouse, especially if your spouse is kind of holding that over your head, threatening to have you deported. You may be eligible to do it on your own without your spouse. So you can give us a call. If you or someone you know is in the situation, it happens a lot, and you would get a work permit in about 6 to 8 months. You would get travel authorization in the same time frame and a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. So call us if you think that you might be interested in this or if you think you qualify. So Sharif, since you're on a J1, sometimes we can tell you at a consultation, once we take a look at your visa and ask you some questions, we'll be able to let you know if you are subject to a waiver. So people on a J1 are usually required to go back to their home country after the end of their J1 visa. They can't change status. They can't adjust status in the US, usually. However, not all J1s are subject to this. If you are subject to it, there's a way to ask the government for permission to kind of forgive that requirement. Sharif, if you're watching me on Facebook, you'll see my number kind of scrolling on the side. But if you want to call us for a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. I'm gonna repeat that again. It's 703-348-1663. You can mention when you call, mention that you saw me on Facebook. And we should be able to get you in this week for a consultation if you're interested. Just a heads up that you will probably get voicemail right now if you call that number, but our office will open at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, and my assistant Brian will give you a call back if you leave a message this evening. Okay, so I would say call us now anyways, and you will get a call back tomorrow morning. All right, I hope that we can connect. You can always reach us. Someone will be there to answer the phone 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. But even if we don't answer, leave a message, and we call back all of our missed calls as well. All right, Sharif? Great. I'm looking forward to speaking with you because you do have options. Sometimes you think that you don't, but many of our clients are surprised to hear that they do have options when they're in the situation where they're being abused by their U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse. All right. Great. Sharif says, thank you so much. I'll give you a call hopefully tomorrow. Yes, I hope to hear from you, Sharif. I will remember you. Sharif says he is in New York. Yes, great. You're great, which is very close to us. We are in Arlington, Virginia, which is outside of Washington, D.C. We have many clients in New York, and some of you may be watching. So say hi, perhaps, if you want. But we have many clients in New York, and sometimes they come to our office in person just to get a feel for it. but other times we can do most things completely remotely. So we have an online system where we can have where you have access to all of your documents. You can even upload them there or email them to us, and we will upload it for you. And again, all of our meetings can be done by Zoom or by phone based on your preference. So call us, Sharif. I hope that you and I can chat tomorrow, and I'll remember you. All right. Artie says, do you work on Sunday too? I don't usually do consultations on Sunday, but if that is the only day you are available, feel free to mention it to my assistant when you call the office and we can work something out. All right. Again, that phone number is 703-348-1663. We will make it work for you. If that you are only available evenings or weekends, we will make it work for you. Okay, but most of our consultations, you'll have the most availability during the day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Sharif says, God bless you, and I'll give you a call tomorrow. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. Hi, Kyra. Hi, Thanu. Hi, Braj. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Multani. Hi, Biru. Bhargav joined again. Oh yeah, so sorry, Hong, you said, what can I do if my case is approved? Yes, I answered that question. I think, yes, exactly. You just wait until they send you a notice. If they don't send it to you, give them a call. Theorth is saying, hello, when will the Senate vote on the bill? I actually do not know that right now, but I hope soon. Just know that, there could be a lot of negotiations. So all of the proposed changes to the regulations in the Biden bill are not guaranteed to be approved, right? It's going to be a negotiation among the parties. We don't know what the final law will look like, but of course, make sure you follow us on Facebook or make sure you follow us on TikTok, because we will post updates, we'll post videos, just letting you know the parameters of the law so you can figure out if you can benefit from that, okay? If you want to call us for consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. Hi, Vedna. Hi, Pritesh. Hi, Rahul. Hi, Theerth again. Theerth, I think you keep getting kicked off and rejoining. Hello. Okay, Hong says, but when you call NVC, they say nothing is there. My case is approved for over 60 days. That's interesting, Hong. So essentially, you can't call USCIS. So I just want to say NVC has a different phone number than USCIS. So maybe you're calling the wrong agency. So USCIS is for cases for people that are in the US and they're requesting something in the US. If the person that you're sponsoring or you yourself is abroad, everything goes through this State Department. It does not go through USCIS. Okay, so there's different entities and different phone numbers. So make sure you're calling the right number. You may have called USCIS and they might say there's nothing there. But what you really need to do is call NVC. And NVC doesn't approve your case. They transfer it over to the embassy. So NVC can say, yes, everything looks good. We have all the documents that we need. And then they are ready to transfer that case over to the embassy that will schedule your interview for the rest of your green card process. Or usually it's a green card. It could be a K-1 visa, for example. But generally speaking, if you're submitting materials to the NVC, that case eventually gets approved with NVC, meaning they have all the documents that they need. And then that case gets transferred to the U.S. Embassy abroad, and the U.S. Embassy abroad will schedule an interview. So if you have been approved by NVC, that means that they just have all the documents that they need, and they're still waiting to move your case over to the embassy where you have requested to have your interview, or the person that you're sponsoring would be having their interview. So you may be calling the wrong number. You can contact either NVC or you can contact the embassy that is responsible for your application. Okay? Hi, Theerth. Damnola says, I'm actually not sure. It says authorization, my in-laws ordinance visa for 2 more months, considering how bad COVID is in India. I actually don't understand your question. So feel free to clarify later, and I'll let you know if I have an answer to that. Okay. Thanu says, I'm a citizen. My husband's an F1, and your application was submitted 6 months ago. It is kind of taking a long time. So If your application was submitted 6 months ago, you should hopefully have receipt notices from USCIS. You might even have a biometrics appointment, which is for fingerprinting. And then shortly, if not, if you haven't already, you'll get work authorization and travel authorization. So hopefully all of it is done right. And it'll go smoothly. So call us if we can help you. Okay, again, we're at 703-348-1663. Redex says, I'm working on OPT and it's expiring next month. My I-485 and my 765 is pending. Can I continue to work? You will need to wait for your I-765 based on marriage to be able to continue to work. Otherwise, you might have to submit an extension of your OPT. Perhaps you qualify for STEM OPT. But in order to continue working, you need work authorization that's approved for an automatic extension. For example, for an automatic extension, some work authorization extension applications will let you work for 180 days while that application is pending. However, that has to generally be in the same category that you already had. So if you're working on OPT, that's a separate category than through a green card pending. So essentially, it's not the same category. So you'll need to wait until the I-765 is approved based on your green card. Okay. Thanu says, my husband's OPT will expire next month. What happened? This is exactly. I don't know if your husband is Redux, but this is the question that I just answered. I hope that clarifies for you, Thanu. Firth. Dam Nola says, can my in-laws extend their visitor visa for 2 more months considering how bad the situation in India is? Just depends on whether they qualify, right? Because every time you look at, every time you apply, you have to show your intent to return to your home country. So it perhaps could mean that they could apply and qualify, but it's really going to be the strength of your application. If you want to call us, I think if we've already talked or you need a second consultation, feel free to give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. Tirth says, when you speak, you don't listen. I don't know what that means, Tirth. Sorry about that. Hi, Princess Farana. Hi, Sandeep. Tirth is saying immigration reform bill update. Once there is an update, we will provide you with an update, but currently everything is a proposal. So nothing is an update. Okay. So if you have benefits based on based on what's currently available to you, I would suggest go with that because we don't know exactly what the new law will look like. All right. Okay, guys, I think that is it for today. It's so nice to see everybody. I hope you have a good evening, and I will see you again very soon. Call us if you would like to schedule a consultation. We're at 703-348-1663. Thanks so much. Bye.